Hey guys, so I am doing a tag video. It's actually called the Perfect Pallet Tag. It was started by, let's see if I can read this right. I Love Faces 1042. Her and her daughter created the tag and they did it. And I don't think it was that long ago either, but I've kind of seen a few people pick it up, and I actually saw it first on a different channel and looked it up to find the original. And so I got my pallets here. This gigantic box. And I've already kind of picked my things. And what I decided to do, I haven't seen anybody else separate them this way, but I decided to answer this with my high-end choice and then my like drugstore, choice, just because I like watching this tag, because for me it was informational on pallets, and it was also kind of like if I was thinking about buying something, or just kind of gave me information about the palette. So that's why I decided to do kind of a high end and a low end, so that it was in everybody's price range if you're interested in going out and purchasing it. So there's 8 questions. I'm just going to read through them, and I'll give you my high end and low end all at the same time. So let's get the makeup out. Okay. So, okay. The first question is, which palette do you own that you feel has the best packaging? My high-end choice is, I was actually kind of surprised by my own choice. Sounds kind of funny, but I chose this Urban Decay Fun palette. There it is. And I just like it because it's so blue and sparkly, and honestly, it's the zipper. I love the zipper. And I love this neat little effect right here, because the inside's really cute too. And it does have a mirror up here, which try not to blind y'all. But I like that this comes out. So, and I don't know about you guys, but I kind of tend to do this whole thing a lot where I'll dab eyeshadows on my hand or something. Especially like when I'm using, I don't know. I don't know. I like to use my hand and kind of dab it on here and then put on my eye, which may sound funny. But so I like that this comes out and I can just hold this and get up, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but whatever. So I picked this one for best packaging. My low end for best packaging or drugstore is my NYX Crimson Amulet palette, which I'm holding upside down. And I just think this is cool because it looks like a book. You do have your mirror, and then you've got all your eyeshadows over here, and then you've got, your stories and your face products and stuff like that. So that's my choice for that. Best pigmentation has to be my Urban Decay Vice 2 palette, which all the eyeshadows I'm wearing now are from my Vice 2, which the lighting's really bad, so honestly I just look like a big raccoon right now. But I promise in the light it's pretty. But it's my Vice 2 palette. Pretty much any of my Urban Decay shadow palettes would have done, but this is my new favorite. I recently got this. I have loved everything about it. If you have a chance to go out and get this before it's gone, do so. For my low-end best pigmentation, I picked my Forever 21 15 shade palette by Love and Beauty. Now, it's not necessarily that I think this beats the NYX in pigmentation. It's that I was most surprised with how pigmented these were for the money. I was expecting them, this was like I think a $4 palette or something like that. So I was expecting them to be, pretty cheap. I mostly got it to kind of mess with my sister's makeup and stuff like that. But these are actually very pigmented. So I wanted to mention these for the price. Now again, my lighting is really bad, so it's kind of hard to see these. But they really are very pigmented. So that's why I chose this one. Next is versatility. Which palette do you think is the most versatile? I had a hard time picking this one for my high-end products, just because I feel like I have a lot that could do a lot, because I tend to go for big palettes. But I actually decided to go on my newest addition, which is the Too Faced Shadow Bonbons palette. And that's because I feel like it has a nice blend of neutral tones that are like brown, like dark browns, and then it also has your neutral tone creams. Then it also has some purples, some pinks. It has a nice set of gold, some glitter shades, some matte shades, and some pearl shades. So I just felt like this I could do a lot with personally for the style of makeup that I wear. And then for my drugstore, I picked my Coastal Scents 88 palette. This is the original. And this is just because it has so many colors. So, I mean, Can't really get more versatile than this. You know, you got your colorfuls, your neutrals, some creams, brights, you know, so picked that one. Travelability. So this is kind of how travelable is this. For high end, I picked Aqua Lilies for Tarte just because it's a complete face. So like this one here, you got your highlighter, your bronzer, blush, and eyeshadows. And you can kind of get a colorful look and a neutral look out of this. Yes, it's only going to be like a blue colorful look, but you still can get, you know, a little bit of both. Something for day, something you could amp up a little bit for night or something. So, and I just like how solid and compact and sleek it is. So, now for like a day trip, sort of just something that you could toss in your purse, I actually decided to go with my M Cosmetics palette by Michelle Phan. This is, which one is this? I forgot. It's in Seal Sweets. That's the little palette. So I just like it because it's magnetic. So I actually would not be afraid of this being in my purse, jostling around, you know, because it's magnetized, and even to open it, you kind of have to pull a little bit. So for low end, or I hate using the word low end because I don't want to make it sound cheap, but you guys know what I mean. I actually picked my Glitz and Glam palette that I picked up from Sally's Beauty a while back for $5 on their Red Tag clearance sale event. So you get all your eyeshadows up here, and then the trays open up, and you've got lip products, blush products, and the eyebrow and liner products as well. So I just figured this was nice because it has everything. So, all right. And then for my biggest regret, this one was kind of hard. But for high end, I did go with my Urban Decay, the black palette. I do really like it. I do. The problem for me is just that some of the colors are so dark that I'm not sure how to wear them. Or they don't come out like the blue and the green. I wanted them to be dark blues, dark greens. But if you don't put them on just right, they come out just looking dark. And you don't see, hey, you're wearing green, you're wearing blue, you know. So I find that I reach for this one the least out of all my palettes. Biggest regret for my drugstore brand is my BH Cosmetics. It's from the Hollywood collection. This is the, which one is this? This is Hollywood. Sorry, it took me a minute. Kept wanting to say LA, and I'm like, no, that's not right. And it's just because the colors are so crazy in this. And because it's a lower end, I have some brighter colors and higher end that I would reach more for than this. So, I don't know. It's just, it's not one of my best buys ever. I do like the other two. I just feel like this one is a little out there. But I like that I do have the whole set. So, I don't know. Best color names. So, for this one, high end, I chose my Meet Matte palette by The Balm. I just really like that they all are named Matte somehow, and that they are like a last name, and that the back they created like a little profile for who Matt is and all that. So just for example, you've got like Matt Smith, my favorite, Matt Batali, Matt Patel, Matt Chung. I don't know, I just think it's cute. I don't know, it's fun. Now, since most of the like drugstore eyeshadows don't come with names, I went with best palette name. So again, I'm going to pull out my NYX, the Crimson Amulet, inspired by the movie Dark Shadows. So I just like the name Crimson Amulet. My least used palette. I'm going to have to go with The Rich is Back by Benefit. I love it. I love the packaging. I love everything about it. I just haven't reached for it yet, you know. I have so many other ones that I'm trying to use up. It's been sitting there looking pretty. And I haven't really used it yet. And I think it's just because I don't want to destroy it. And it's only got 4 eyeshadows. So, I don't know. There's just other stuff I reach for. There's nothing wrong with it, though. Least used in my... Oh, sorry. Low end is probably the Paris palette from... the Go Paris palette from Coastal Scents. Sorry, I could not think for a minute. I had wanted to say this one, but I didn't want to make my regret the same, so I went with this one just because out of the 3 Go palettes that I have, this is the one that I use the least. I do like the other 2 a lot, though. So, most used / most loved. Most used, I'm going to have to say, is probably these two palettes right here. This is my Tarte Collector's Edition Getaway from last year. It was like the holiday kit. So you guys can see these are pretty dug into. All of them are pretty much used in some way or another. And then this is the Roller Girl palette from Urban Decay. I know it's a smaller palette, but look how far I've hit pan on these. And you can even see it starting to happen in the brown, but the pink not so much. I do use it though. You can see it's been used. But yeah, these are my most used. My most loved right now definitely has to be the Urban Decay Vice. So yeah, this one for sure. My most loved, most used in low end, this guy. He's just the star of my sort of drugstore brands. I love this one. You guys can see I've been using the eyeshadows. I haven't hit pan on any of them, but you can see they've been pretty touched and tampered with. So this one's definitely my most used and most loved. My most surprised would definitely be this. And actually I do use this quite a bit because maybe not on myself all the time, but I will use this on my sisters because I think it comes out looking the best on them. So just like pigmentation wise and stuff like that. And I don't have to feel bad that I'm wasting high-end stuff on them when they're, you know, 6 and 2. So anyways, that's my perfect palette tag. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would love to see you do one. And if you do one, please let me know. Personally, I'm going to tag Dina Watkins just because I really want to see. I'd actually be really interested to see what your answers to the questions are, Dina. And Witchy Coffee Girl, I'd love to see your picks as well. And anyone else that wants to do it. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.